All right, so this is going to be drawing solid 7. It's not too terrible of a drawing. It's basically this solid brick that has a cutout that goes all the way through. It's got these angled sides. The last 5 inches looks like it goes from 2.5 inches down to 2.25 inches. So we've got a quarter-inch drop here at the end on both sides. In the middle, we've got a couple of diameters that are extruded up at 1.25 inches. The only problem with this drawing that I see is that it doesn't give us a size for the fillets, for this fillet here and these fillets around the edge here. So I guess we're going to call those maybe 1/4 of an inch. We'll go with a 1/4 fillet for these and these. So our total length is 20, total width is 7, and our total height is 2.5 for this base and 1.25 for this here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing the base at a height of 2.5 inches. We'll then shave off these 2 sides. We'll cut the slot through the middle and round over the edges, and then we'll create this part last where we work on this surface and pull these 2 diameters up 1.25. Okay, so 20 by 7 by 2.5 is the first measurements that we're going to need to know. So I'm in SolidWorks now. We're going to do a new part. We have to be careful when we start this one. If we choose the front view, remember our rectangle is going to be 20 inches long by 2.5 inches tall. If we choose the top plane to work in first, then the size is going to be 20 inches long by 7 inches wide. So depending on which plane you choose will determine which size you make this thing. So I'm going to go in the top plane for this one. Let me go normal 2. And that means I'm going to create a 20-inch by 7-inch rectangle. So let me go sketch a rectangle. I'll start it here. And I'll go about like that. Smart dimension it. Single click on the edge. Single click to drop it off. Change it to 20 inches. Single click on the edge. Single click to drop it off. 7 inches. So I'm done. I can exit the sketch. It's highlighted here, so I can go features, extrude boss base, and the height of this is going to be 2.5. Okay, and then check mark that it's done. Very good. I can go ahead and put in that slot to start. So I'll go normal to the right side. We're going to make a sketch on this face of a rectangle. We'll start on this bottom edge. Make sure the bottom edge is orange when you draw this. Now I know the length of this is going to be 5 inches, and I know the side here is going to be 1 inch. I'm not quite sure what the thickness is here. I think it's 1 inch, but I should probably check that out here in just a second. So let me go here. This is going to be 5 inches. The distance from this wall, so I single click on this, single click on this edge, single click to drop it off. It's going to be 1 inch. And now I just need to know either how tall this is or how thick this is. Either way, that's going to be fine. I just need to see what that is. So it's 1.5. So this is 1.5 inches tall. So I can do it here, set it at 1.5. And we're fully defined down here. So I'm done with my dimensioning. I can exit my sketch. Notice it disappeared. It didn't stay highlighted, so I'm going to single click to highlight it. Go features, extrude cut. And we're going to want to cut this thing all the way through. Whoa, not through both sides, but just through all. And check mark. And let me go to this view here. And you can see that we've got that all the way through. So now let's go to this front face. And we're going to shave off that little edge on both sides. So I'm going to do a sketch of a line. And I'm going to start it right at the corner. I'm going to go out this way, somewhere right about here. Come back. You don't want to click on the midpoint. Make sure you don't go on the midpoint. Come somewhere up in here. And then make a full triangle out of it. Do the same thing over here. Okay, so I'm done with the line. I do need to dimension it. Really, the only I need two dimensions on this. I need this line here has got to be 5 inches. And this one here has got to be 0.25. I'm going to do the same thing over on this side. This one's got to be 5. And this little guy here has got to be 0.25. Okay. Now when I go to cut this, so I'm done with my dimensioning. I'm going to exit my sketch. Again, the sketch is not highlighted here, so I need to make sure it's highlighted. Feature, extrude cut. And I want to make sure it goes through all. Mark. Good, so we have that. Looks good. I'm going to draw the circles up here, extrude them up, and then we'll fillet this corner, and we'll fillet the base of the circle all at the same time. Okay. Now the circles themselves, the outside one was 5 3/4 diameter. The inside one was 4 1/8. So 5 3/4 and 4 1/8. So I'm gonna go to this face here, and it is centered in the middle. So I'm gonna go sketch with a circle. I'm gonna pick somewhere near the center. And let's dimension it. I already forgot what it was. 5 3/4. So let me go with the diameter. Oh, wow, that's pretty close. 5.75. And I need to make sure this is centered. This is 10 inches from here to here. So I know that from the edge to the center, it's got to be 5. And I know this is 7. So from the edge the center, half of center, or half of 7, which is 3.5. Good. And then I'm going to continue with my sketch right from the center point. Draw out another circle, and that circle is going to be 4 1/8 diameter. So smart dimension this guy. 4.125. And done. And exit sketch. Spin this sideways just so we can see it. Let me highlight the sketch. Feature, extrude boss. And we want to go up. I believe it was 1 1/4. Yep. So this is 1.25. And check mark. Okay. Last thing we're going to do is we are going to fillet this edge, and this edge. And again, it didn't give it to us in the picture, so we're going to make it a 0.25 or a 1/4 inch fillet. So let's go fillet. We're going to do make sure full preview is selected. Here we're going to go 0.25. I'm going to select this edge, and that edge. Check mark. And there's our object. With that, we are going to transfer it over to a drawing. So let's save this first. Save as. This is solid 7. New drawing. Okay. I'm going to choose the A4 landscape. Double click on solid 7. And if you couldn't find it, it's in layout, model view. And then I'm going to make sure I choose the front view. Slide straight up for the top view. Straight over for the side view. And add an angle for the isometric view. Check mark that that's done, and let's put in our hidden lines. We'll slide down here to show our hidden lines. We want to make sure we can see them in all of these. But this view, we want to make sure we turn them off in this view. And you could choose a solid if you wanted. Lastly, we're going to put in our center lines. We already have the center line in the top view, but we do need to put the center lines through here and through here. Let's go annotation tab, center line. And we're going to, let me zoom in here. Choose these 2 little guys. That'll give us the center line there. And these little guys will give us the center line there. And that's all there is to it. So let's right mouse click, edit sheet format. Click. Highlight all of this. Change the font size. Looks good. Let me go back up into my drawing area, right mouse click, edit sheet. And there's our drawing. What I would suggest you do now is do a save as, and we're going to do this twice. So let's go save as, save it as a drawing for solid 7. go right back to Save As, change from a drawing, change to a PDF, and save it again as Solid 7 as a PDF. And then that's the drawing, or that's the assignment. That's your drawing that you're going to send in, or you're going to submit into Canvas for your assignment. Now, just as a side note, if you remember on the picture, they showed a breakout section here of the assignment. If we went to view layout and we did a removed section, or if we did a breakout section, or if we did a cut section, just a section view. I'm going to curved line. Let me do that again with a section view. I'm going to put it right here in the middle. And whatever way you choose to point your arrow will give you the other side. And you can see that would be the section view looking through the top view. If I did that same thing with a section view from the front, I'll point it the same direction. There's the section view looking through the front view. Okay, those are what it looks like on the inside. You don't have to put these in. I was just showing you what a section view would look like. So we can remove those. I didn't mean to remove the whole thing. Okay, so that is what you're going to submit. Probably turn back on the hidden line too. There we go. All right, hopefully that was helpful for you.